All right, so when GreatNews.Life launched Michiana Life, we were obviously the new kids on the block. And there was one person, literally everyone told me I had to meet, Stephanie Krol. When I finally did, she immediately became one of the first people to jump on the positive news train and help us build momentum in this brand new market. When I met her in person for the first time, you would have thought we'd been friends for a year. She came right up to me, yelled my name, and made me feel instantly welcome. And if you remember, it was in a room of people I knew no one. Since then, she's taught me a lot. Some about marketing and PR, but also about life. She's proof that you don't have to be in the city to be a city girl, and you can absolutely be a city girl who still wants to dance in the forest. Owner of her own public relations company and someone I'm proud to call a friend, please welcome Stephanie Krol.
Hi there, thank you so much. I'm a little intimidated because the past 4 speakers, very similar lines that I have in my remarks too, but we're gonna touch, so I'm kind of not intimidated. I'm like, oh, I'm on the right path. So thank you. It's such an honor to be with such amazing women. And my girl crew that came with me too, thank you always for your support. So you just need to find your village. So, and again, thank you, Jenny, for bringing us all together, and Chris and the GreatNewsLife crew, because we need more positivity, please. Okay, so I want to start by asking you a simple question. How many times have you personally waited for permission? A little bit different than what Denise said. So, you know, permission to speak up, permission to start a business, that business you've been dreaming of, permission to ask for the opportunity, permission to believe that you belonged in the room, in this room. I know I did. 20 years ago, I had a dream of starting Stephanie Krol Public Relations. I just moved from Chicago to Elkhart County and couldn't find a job, and I had a mentor that said, why don't you just start your own? But I kept talking myself out of it. A lot was happening. And at the time, I really felt I was too young. I thought I needed more experience. I lived in too much of a small town. I thought someone else, people would be more senior in the rooms that I wanted to be in. Then a mentor challenged me with something I'll never forget. They believed in me wholeheartedly, fully, that I just believed it myself. How many of us here have a mentor? Can you raise your hand? If you don't, connect with me and I'll find you one, because we all need a mentor. And really, that conversation changed my life. Which is funny because my mentor died of breast cancer, so I kind of feel very full circle with fighting pretty here today. So there's no such thing as coincidences. I believe there's such things as signs. So this is a sign that Jane's with us. So not only did this permission that they gave me, but they helped me. I didn't need anyone's permission, even at this young age. So I did it. I took a leap. I started my business. Was I scared? Absolutely. Did I know everything? No, not even close. I'm still learning, 20 years in the business. But I'm always telling what I tell my clients, follow your gut instinct. You know, and I've learned something that stayed with me. I've been having a successful business for the past 20 years, that's 2 decades. And my best clients, and mainly all my clients, are word of mouth referrals. So I think that says something. But just like Jessica said, confidence doesn't come before action. Confidence comes because of action. Today, my job in public relations is really giving people a voice. I've helped nonprofit leaders tell stories that have changed communities, because that's important messaging nowadays. With there's so many messages, we're just bombarded. How do we get people to pay attention to those important missions? There's just so many great nonprofit. What's making yours stand out? I've prepared business owners for television interviews, CEOs getting ready to sell their company, to tell the world about their dream, about their business. I've written speeches, just like my bestie Jessica, for elected officials. I've coached people who never imagined standing in front of a full audience. I've coached people to speak in front of a camera and tell their story in front of millions. And one thing I've discovered is that Most people don't lack talent. They lack confidence. Sometimes all they need is a small, tiny reminder that their story matters, and we all have a story. As women, we're often taught to wait until we're completely ready. We wait until every little box and everything is crossed off and checked. We wait until we know every answer. Meanwhile, opportunities don't wait. Time keeps moving on, and it's fast. Time goes on. And neither should we. We should jump on these things. One of my favorite parts of my work is watching someone discover the power of their own voice. I've seen nervous clients transform into confident speakers. I've watched people go from saying, "No one cares about my story," to inspiring thousands of people. They suddenly didn't become different people. They didn't stop doubting themselves. They simply used their voice and found their voice. And that really is what empowerment is. And we overlook that so much. It's not speaking for someone, it's speaking from your heart. It's helping them find the confidence to speak for themselves. When I look back over the past 20 years, I realized something. My mentors didn't change my career. They changed the way I see leadership. Leadership isn't about having the loudest voice. It's about helping others find their voice. Every one of us in this room could be that person. To encourage, to mentor, to say simply, "I believe in you." You never know what those 4 words could do to someone, especially children, especially young girls. They changed my life. Today, I challenge you to think about other women that you may know who believed in you. Was that a teacher, a boss, a mentor, a friend, a cashier, a mother? Someone who saw something in you that you didn't see in yourself. Now ask yourself, who needs encouragement from you? How can you pay that forward? Because confidence really is contagious. Courage is contagious. Belief is contagious. When one woman succeeds and reaches back to help another, that's how communities really grow. That's how businesses grow. That's how futures change. That's how cycles are broken. So today, I want you to leave with 3 simple little challenges. First, promise me you're going to stop waiting until you feel ready. You may never feel completely ready. Say yes anyways. Second, be the mentor that believes in someone else's potential before they believe it or see it in themselves. And finally, promise me, don't hide your story, because we all have a story. Someone's waiting to hear it, someone's waiting for your courage, and someone's waiting for your example. Don't wait for the permission to use your voice. Your voice matters, your story matters. And your next big yes might not change your life completely, but it might inspire someone else to change theirs. 20 years ago, I almost convinced myself I was too young. I'm grateful I didn't let that fear make that decision for me. Instead, I took a chance. And every opportunity since there has been a simple decision to stop asking for permission and start believing that my voice deserved to be heard. Because every opportunity that followed from there did. Every client, every story, every life I've been blessed to help amplify began with one decision, to believe that my voice mattered. So it started with me. My hope is today, when you leave here, you'll believe the same thing about yours. That's it. Thank you.